All right, guys. You are most welcome to my channel once again. My name is Chinyere Ojike, and today with me I have a special person on here to share his idea again with us. He has been on my channel, and I brought him back for a reason because he has lots of ideas, regarding business ideas, the kind of work you could start from home. Living in the UK, there are this volume of opportunities, for people to start something, start doing something right from the comfort of their homes. Unlike what we have in some places in Africa, where you can't really do nothing except you go to work, you go work for someone. And this is why I have brought this our guest back again today to share his relevant ideas with us as to the kind of jobs or work you could start from the comfort of your home. Can we welcome you, Amadi?
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's always a good thing speaking with you. I truly appreciate, you know, um, yeah, can never talk, you can never get tired of talking to Chinwe.
Thank you. All right. I don't know if you could share with us some of these ideas of what one could do from the comfort of their homes. Maybe someone is a dependent, a mom or a husband, and you are looking for something that you will be doing right from the comfort of your home, either on a part-time, full-time, so
I will look at that in two ways because one, you can be self-employed, working from your home, have your
yeah.
office, and the other one, you can actually be working for someone, like being employed and working from your home. Now, the I'll start with the second one. For those of you who are looking for working from home sort of job or kind of job, the first area to look at, I think the call center job is one.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of companies are beginning to hire customer service or their sales agents to work remotely. And that's one to look out for. So if you're searching anywhere, say for example, you go on Indeed or CV Library or any of the job website, instead of putting any postcode, just put remote working and then click on search. So it should give you the list of all the remote jobs that are available. And a lot of them are just on the tech industry. That's where most of them are because for the tech industry, you can work remotely. And a lot of, I think, like some company uses what they call VPN, whereby you have to log into the VPN, then log into their system to be able to work. And that shows you how far we've come in terms of
How about the
technology.
customer service, the customer
Yeah,
care stuff?
yeah, customer service, you can get a lot of customer service
Because
job.
some of them works for the bank, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, so just all you need to do if you want to search for such, type in anything. In fact, the truth is, any job you're looking for now, they either have a hybrid system or they have a work from home system or they have office base. So the hybrid system is a situation where you have to come into the office maybe twice a week and then do
Mhm.
the rest from home. So just on the job search engine there, when you are asked to put your postcode, instead of typing Middlesbrough, for example, or Hartlepool, for example, just type in remote, and then you see a lot of them pop up. If you go onto CV Library, Indeed, just type in instead of your postcode, put remote working. You'll be able to see a lot.
Remote working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be able to see all the jobs that they are offering. So if you want to go into customer care with remote work, you see all the even I think what remote working does for you as well is enables you to move to any part of the country you want to live. So if you are, for example, living in a very expensive environment like Manchester, London, or Liverpool, you can actually
Yeah.
move down Middlesbrough area that is a bit cheaper and still keep your job because you're not going to the office, and nobody will query you because you're still delivering, you see. So you don't have that you have that luxury of choosing where to live, basically. That's what I'm trying to say.
Do they offer training before one can start
Yeah,
up?
they will definitely train you. They will definitely train you on how to use their system, if that makes sense. So whatever system they are using to work, you will be trained on how to use it. Now, take for
Yeah.
example, if they want you to be attending to customers, that are calling to find out how much they have spent on their credit card or whatever. They will have a system that that actually takes record of all the credit card usage. So they'll train you on how to use that. They will train you on how to speak to the customer as well. And like myself, I have done a bit of customer care job, but I'm not. I would say I'm not a customer care somebody, but the truth is I didn't do so much in it because I felt it wasn't my thing because the reward was not what I wanted. I don't know if that makes sense. So
what was the pay rate like? What's the pay
yeah,
like?
so the most customer care job pay minimum wage.
The pay what, sorry?
Minimum wage.
Okay, that's £9.50.
Yeah, so that's what most of them pays. I think when I was in Coventry, I worked for one, and that was how I started. Because if you want to go into sales, you actually need to learn how to talk to people. So like the way we do sales in Nigeria and every other part of the world is different from how they do sales in the UK. I think UK is kind of structured manner. So you need to learn how to talk to people in a structured, even if you don't mean most of the things, because to be honest, a lot of us or a lot of people, not myself, a lot of people don't mean what they say, but they just have to say it because that is how they are structured to say it. So for a customer service point of view, they might have what they call an opening remark, which you have to greet the customer, take some details from the customer, and then go through security, which if you ring up any organization today, the first thing they will ask you, what's your name, your postcode, your address. So those things
Yeah.
are all what makes, they call it security according to them. So that is a way of identifying who you are. So they'll tell you how to ask those questions. They'll train you on how to get the information from the customer. They'll also train you because one big thing is objection handling. A lot of people have like the things we take for granted in Nigeria. For example, you go to a marketplace and say, "Oh, God, how much with this thing?" And let me just break it down a little bit. And the person says it's 15 naira. I say, "Hi, be 15 naira now." And the person comes back and say, so that technically is an objection handling. So objecting what the person is saying. But here they do it in such a structured way that you don't end up abusing the person. I don't know if that makes sense. So you don't hear things like go buy and leave them. That kind of our in quote bad behaviors. But at the
Fire
end of the
brigade
day,
attitude.
yes. So it has to be politely, it has to be systematically, it has to be in a way that, because that is the only thing that gets you your business. So the
Yeah.
company, anybody you're working for, prefer the customer. The truth is, if you're working in a customer service environment, they prefer the customer over you as an agent because they believe that the customer is paying a lot of money to keep, because the competition in the UK is so much. And any customer you have, they want to make sure they protect their customer. Take, for example, if you're using EE, for example, like your telecommunication, you have EE, you have, what's it called? You have OT, you have 3, you have not like a country that you just have few to select from. But here you have up to 5 networks, 6 networks
Yeah.
competing at the same level. Do you understand? So
Yes.
if somebody is paying you a lot of money just to use your network, the company wants to make sure that they keep on taking that money from the person for maybe 20 something years. So you as an agent have to be trained in a way to be respectful and attending to them. So, I mean, it takes a high level of discipline to work remotely because I end up being I have seen situations whereby people are crying over the phone, because they were speaking to customer and the customer said something they didn't like. They can't reply the customer, they're crying. So it's actually a difficult customer service job is actually a difficult job. People think it's easy, but it's very, very
But I
difficult.
think it's something everybody can do because I've seen quite a handful of African women, especially moms who are staying at home doing customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Even the lady that left my house yesterday, that's what she's been doing all along. Her baby is just 3 months old, but she's been doing that. Though she was telling me that she's looking for an alternative, possibly data entering.
Mm-hmm.
That would be better for her because the last time she had a customer on the phone, the son was crying in the background. The customer was really not happy about that, and she was trying to deny that she has a child. You know, she told the customer that it was the TV that was making that noise, not a baby in the house. You know, so but I think it's a kind of a job that mothers, whose children are up to school age, maybe 3 years, once you send your child to the crèche, you can, sit in the comfort of your home and do this job. And if you find out that there is the data entry, I think that would be another kind of a good one for one to take up.
Working from home, in simple terms, means that the company trusts you to take a level of responsibility. I'm saying it because I have been in that situation, and I'm still in that situation whereby I have to work from home every now and then. Customer service might not be for everyone, in as much as it's the easiest to get, because you're talking about some businesses, you're talking about speaking to 50 customers in a day. Is that much? So if you're not a talking type, I know everybody can do it, but not everybody can talk.
That's
everybody,
true.
yeah. So you're not the talking type that can actually talk is not for you. And I would say instead of going into customer service, you can decide to go into sales. There are some companies that still do remote working, but they do it like sales wise, where you can actually sell things to people. Sales is more rewarding and it's similar to what customer service is basically. So, like for example, the customer service is looking after customers probably who have bought something from you. And why the sales is like selling things to the same customers who the customer service will be looking after. And then one thing with sales is that you end up with commissions. Some commissions are capped, some are uncapped. So like if it's an uncapped commission, you can be earning up to additional 20 grand on top of your basic wage in a year. So it depends on the organization and what they are selling. When I worked for one organization, like an insurance company, that was in 2016 or thereabout. So we were getting, for every insurance we sell, for example, we're getting £1 extra. So apart from the weekly wages, we're being paid something extra for talking. And selling over the phone, which is some people call it telesales, is more difficult. I think it's more easier. People say it's difficult. I think it's easier than talking to customers for free. So if I'm to do a customer service job where we're talking to people, speaking to people, why don't I do a sales job where we're speaking to the same people? At the same time, I'll be getting more money for talking to them.
The difference is clear.
Yeah, the difference is there. But the thing is, with the sales now, for example, instead of talking to 50 customers, you'll talk to 25. Because by the time you speak to 25 customers and maybe 10 of them wants to buy something from you, you need some time to process their deals. So which means you're not always taking calls after one call after the other call, so that can be draining. And there is this sense of reward that comes with, today I've done 10 deals. So which means I have this amount of commission coming into my account at the end of the month.
Okay.
Do you get? So that's one thing to look at.
Okay.
So if, for example, you are looking for customer care, you can talk to customers on phone, why don't you try the sales aspect?
So do we have like any merits and demerits of working remotely?
For working remotely, the major thing there is that you save time, which is, you don't have to worry about, dressing up in the morning, waking up, joining or driving down or things like that. No, the moment you wake up, if you like, you can then go straight to work, maybe 5 minutes to, or bang on whatever you're resuming, you're just when you're resuming. So you log on when you're resuming and then you greet everybody, good morning. Nobody asks you anything. And then that's one good thing. Then the other thing I have mentioned is location. You can live wherever you want to live so long as there is network there. Then you can also have a work-life balance. So say, for example, your other half or your partner works, the kids can stay with you while she goes to her own business, and then you can look after the kids while doing other things. So but if you're doing the customer service side of it, that's where it becomes a bit difficult, because by the time you're taking calls after calls after calls after calls after calls, you will not be able to pay attention to what is happening. Or if you are probably doing the tech side of things, whereby you can then code or do whatever you want to do, you're doing it with your hand and you're not speaking to anyone. And then, yeah, so that's one thing. Because one thing with the customer service aspect is because you log on, and once you log on, they have what they call real-time software that they use to monitor everything that goes on your laptop. So when you are talking, how long you're talking for, what you said, everything is being monitored. So when you come in the morning, you have to log in, and once you log in, the login is like, you can confirm this with anybody that works with the customer service. So you log into the little app on your computer, and the moment you log in, then you'll be able to click, what's it called? Make yourself available for the call.
Okay.
So once you make yourself available for the call comes in. Then once the call finishes, then you have maybe 1 or 2 minutes to do what they call wrap up, where you have to do the notes and then close that customer's account and open up for the next call.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So that's where it becomes difficult, because one, by the time you make yourself available, because they look at it as the time you took the call and the time the call ended, from that minute, they look at it as average handling time, which is the time that you took, which is the amount of minutes you spoke with the customer. Now, apart from that, what you also notice is the minutes that you waited to take the next call is also recorded. So they'll be able to account, okay, your manager can even pull you and say, all right, what were you doing? Even sometimes they will have to message you, you have been on after work for too long. What's happening? They might even ring you, because they know.
So one cannot even go do school run like me. I can't even run to go get my boy from school, because that's what I'm planning to do.
No. If you have that understanding with them from the start,
I'm planning to take up the customer service job.
Yeah, if you have that understanding with them from the start, they can give you that time to go and pick up your son. But it's not something that you can just log off, because everything is monitored. If you go into the job, you see what I'm telling you. But that's how it is. Whatever thing you say, the only thing they don't have with you is camera that monitors everything you're doing. But everything you click on the system, is being monitored. So it's that bad. Yeah, I'm exposing them, but that's the truth. So the bottom line is, you have to understand what you're going into. It's not for everybody. So that's why I would say, instead of wasting that amount of energy into speaking to customer for the same basic wage, you can then decide to upscale yourself a little bit, go into sales, and get more money for your hard work, because customer service is difficult. A lot of people do it for fun, but personally, I can't speak to 50 customers and remain over the phone.
Customer service and sales. Can you do that sales from home?
Yeah, you can do sales from home. So if you go on Indeed and type in telesales, you'll see lots of them.
Okay, telesales.
So what you now begin to look is, okay, is the commission capped? Is the commission uncapped? Okay, if this commission is capped, like some people say 10,000 max, that's how much you earn on top of whatever they are paying you. So if you're paying you, like, say, 20K per annum, then that means they pay you 10,000. The maximum you can earn is 10,000. Then another thing you also have to look at is the OTE, which is the on-target earning. So if you hit your target, how much are you going to earn? Because some companies will have on-target earning of 0 and have uncapped commission of £10,000, which means it's difficult to hit. Do you understand? So when you see, for example, 10,000 OTE, that's how they put it on their advert. So which means 10,000 on target earning, which means if you do your job properly, you earn minimum 10,000 on top of what you're paying you.
Okay.
That's what it means. So you have to be careful when selecting. So if it's 10,000 OTE, wow, that's good. You can then go for the job. And then once you smash your target, you'll be seeing additional £800, additional £1,000, additional £2,000 on top of your basic. And nobody's going to question you, because that's what the company is going to pay you. Working from home is a big decision. I've seen people, disadvantages, people go into isolation easily when they work from home. People go into mental health disorder once they work from home. So it's difficult, but talking to people over the phone can be fun, but it's not for everybody. Yeah, so Chispace, that is it.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone. I think you've heard it from the horse's mouth, and there is something very important I picked up from this discussion. Because if you've been wanting to go into sales, no, if you've been wanting to go into, I think, call center job, yeah, you might want to consider going into sales. That's telesales. Just like Amadi pointed out, that it is more profitable compared to the other one. Yes. So thank you so much, Amadi, for doing this with me once again. I sincerely appreciate your time.
thank you. Yeah, no problem. You take care then.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.